Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family Bucharest Rapid Bus Trip Review, the only route with decent service. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. This is where you can also find lots of exclusive content on many different cities around the world, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. With that being said, let's go ahead and check out this bus. It's operating on line number 100, which runs between Bucharest city center and the airport, as well as some other major destinations. The frequency is about every 10 minutes, and it's the only double articulated bendy bus that is operating in the city as far as I know. You can see the interior is pretty comfortable. Lots of room for people. But it does not look like there is enough room for me to sit there with my partner comfortably, so I'm just going to skip this one and board the next one. I'm letting my partner know that we're not going to be taking this one. We'll just wait for the next one because we want to have a little bit more room. I was hoping to sit in the back, and all the back seats are currently occupied, unfortunately. But the bus does look pretty cool. I do like the ocean blue color. It's very attractive, and it is a popular route. As you can see, a lot of people are about to take it. I do think that it's very useful to have this route between the city center and the airport, and the cost is only a little bit less than $1 actually. It's 3 RON or 3 lei, which is Romanian money. Very affordable service. It does offer limited stops too. It does not offer stop at every single stop, which is a good thing because it's a lot faster. And parts of this route also feature bus priority lanes or bus only lanes, meaning that the buses have their own dedicated lanes that are not shared with cars, which also makes the route a lot faster. And generally speaking, I think Bucharest could really benefit from routes like this. I can't stress that enough because a lot of buses in the city are really dramatically slowed down by cars and traffic lights without enough priority for public transportation. I am going to go ahead and pause because we're gonna wait a little bit, and then I'll resume when it's time to go. It looks like the bus is ready to go, about to depart, and as soon as this one leaves, we're gonna board the next one. I think bendy buses are really good for big cities with lots of transit users like Bucharest. I hope they expand the number of articulated bendy buses in city service because a lot of buses in the city are really overcrowded. I've been staying here for more than 2 weeks now, and oh boy, sometimes not only you don't have enough space to sit, but you also don't have enough space to even stand. Now we have the whole bus to ourselves, but not for long. I'm pretty sure people are going to start boarding, and it's going to be pretty occupied within just a few minutes. These are the newer validating machines where you can use your credit cards to pay for bus rides, and this bus has a lot of them. But unfortunately, some older trolley buses and trams, they do not have as many of these on board, and you have to, unfortunately, you have to rely on only maybe one. In if you are lucky, it works, but also some of them might not work, and in that case you do not have a way to pay with your credit card, which means you might get fined if a fare inspector shows up to check if people paid for their fares. So this is definitely something to keep in mind and be aware of. I do not recommend relying on these machines. It's better to, generally speaking, it's better to just use their ticket vending machines, or they also have vending booths that are staffed, and you can buy a ticket or a pass, whether it's a daily pass, a weekly pass, or a single ride ticket. You can buy it from someone who's working there, and that's going to be a better option than relying on these machines, because this bus has a lot of them. It's a newer bus, and I guess it's a popular route for tourists and visitors who are coming from the airport to the city center. But a lot of buses do not have these, and it definitely makes a big difference for people who are coming from the train station, for example, because this bus does not pass through the main train station. And what happened to me is I couldn't pay with my credit card, and fare inspectors approached me, but they fortunately let me go because they saw the machine was not working, and also other passengers were trying to protect me, which I really appreciate. On top of the bus, it has these awesome information signs that tell you where the bus is heading, as well as the current time, and also other routes that you can transfer to if you choose to take this bus. So it is a little bit helpful to use these screens. In Switzerland, they have these screens, but they also display the exact time of arrival at each stop, which is also very helpful, and it allows you to plan your time accordingly. I really appreciate that feature. I'm not sure exactly how long we are going to wait right now, so I'm just going to pause the video and resume when it's time to go. So we've been sitting here for about 10 minutes, actually a little over 10 minutes, so the frequency on this route is probably at least 15 minutes or more. I do hope that we are going to get going soon. Almost all the seats have been taken and everyone is excited to go. So let's see what happens. Before we get going and it gets loud, I do want to remind you that at the end of my trip in Romania, I'll be recording my final verdict video, comparing Romania with other countries to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad, or through the link in the video description below. this the only bus route in Bucharest with decent service? I don't think so. I don't think there is any route in Bucharest with decent service. It's way too getting packed and the frequencies are not high enough. You still have to wait for 15 minutes and then you have to be stuck in traffic, as you can tell from this bus ride. We actually didn't ride that much and we are making slow progress. I do think that the city deserves better, and I hope they are going to improve over time. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I appreciate you being a part of the Transit Nomad family and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.